Hello and welcome everyone to our first session of our 5e D&D campaign called Roaches. Today's recap will again be done by Lodwick.
Yes, so in the last session, we were at or at least Mel Stonegazer and Arahant were at the house of the Duke, and the Duke asked us to give some payment to a client of him for information he asked, and also to go and retrieve what happened with 3 other people that were sent earlier on, a couple of days ago, and to see what happened to them also, because they were also sent there with the same task. So after having been granted some magical items that were distributed amongst us, Arahant and Mel went down to the place of the contact, which happens to be an ogre. That ogre who lived in a cavern had 3 other people: an elephant, or elephant-like man, a mountain wolf, and a goat person, doing menial tasks for him. After having given the payment, which was quite satisfactory for the ogre, he first not only withdraw the enchantment on the 3 people, but also gave us the information that he was originally asked or tasked to fetch, which was apparently some troubles brewing in a village at the foot of the mountain, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Something about a mine and troubles that were arising there. So after that, the entire party went down to the foot of the mountains, and during their short journey had some conversation with each other. And when arriving at the cavern, they discovered a kind of a mining lift that went deeper underground. It's one of those lifts that has to be operated manually through a cord to descend. Arahant and, if I'm not mistaken, Arahant and Mel. No, not Mel.
I think it was Cora.
Clart. Arahant and Clart, the mountain. Clart is the mountain dwarf. Went down the mine shaft, came into a kind of a mining pit with 4 entrances, and I will show my artistic prowess again. With 4 hangen, who do you call it, in hallways, in one in each cardinal position. From there came some light and some guards, which inquired about what they were doing here, what the 2 were doing here. Clart bluffed his way through it by saying that he was inquiring about the mining problems and things like that. Apparently, they were not very convinced because a little skerfuffle came about. Meanwhile, the rest of the party descended also with the elevator. Some reinforcements on the part of the miners, or I suppose they were the miners, came through. We had to fight, and although the party prevailed, I should tell that it was a tough fight, and there we ended this session,
Yes.
basically. And now I'm ready to take notes for the next one. I'll leave for the current session.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess we're starting at a point that's less about me explaining and more about you guys acting, because you're all at the bottom of the mine. There's 4 hallways, and there's dead people lying on the floor.
So did all the fighting pretty much occur in like the central area before going off in the past, or did any of that go into one of the hallways?
I think in the central area.
Yeah.
It was only
Yeah, the fight.
the spellcaster that came from one of those hallways, but it all happened, I think, here.
Okay, I
Yeah.
didn't know if we pursued them even slightly into one or not.
No, it all happened in like the main hall.
Will we be using maps this session, or are we back to being good in mind?
Sorry, I didn't quite catch what you were saying.
Will we be using maps this session?
Not really.
Alright.
It's
But
not
the
most.
maps was my attempt to visualize.
Yeah.
It's not the most complicated thing. A hallway construct.
No, but when it comes to like a mine, it might veer off into different directions, and that might get complicated if we don't have a map to visually guide us.
I'm not sure if I can. The thing is, I currently can't really fit it on one page, basically, but I guess I can just do like.
You can always just manually draw it, yeah, like that.
Yeah, just visualize kind of the hallways and the middle, but the whole room is actually, the whole thing is actually just way bigger than this. Then obviously I'm showing it just so you have like a rough idea where everyone is, basically. Because this is not up to scale, obviously. But if I wanted to do it up to scale, I would need a bigger map for starters.
Okay. Well, what direction did the demons come from?
The demons came from what basically on like the drawn map would be the right.
From the right? Okay. So east. Oh, relative. Yeah, so if that's where the demons come from, I motion that we should go that way, because that implies that it's probably closer to the source of things.
Well, I mean, did the miners come from the same direction? No, right?
The miners came from the one that leads up.
Yes, north.
Okay.
Because like from Arhant's and Mel's experience, those demons only really came to be when they had fed prisoners and like transformed them into them. Not particularly the ones we fought, but just the demons in general. All originated from wherever that they were keeping people and doing that too. And I presume they would be doing the same here.
Did the mage come from the same direction as the demons?
The mage came with the demons, yes.
Yeah, because he immediately buffed them, so he was running with them.
Yeah, then I agree that we should go east.
So traveling down.
Oh, how's the lighting
Um,
in this area?
the
Don't worry about that. Mull is carrying a torch.
Okay.
otherwise there would be some torches here and there, but it would be like dim light, generally, or like lamps on the ceiling or torches.
We'll let you guys lead on, and I will trail in the back as I do.
Clove's gonna take the front because I guess he's kind of the tank.
Yeah, well, I gotta stay near the light source because I'm a human. I got these weak eyes.
Well, I can
Nice.
still we do have a torch, I just heard.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Mull is carrying it.
Okay. If torches would be used, I can still activate my own light.
How how ventilated is the corridor?
How ventilated the air
Yes,
down.
because we have a lit torch right now, spewing tar
Oh,
everywhere.
yeah, you don't want to walk into natural
Yeah.
gas either.
Yeah, if there's no ventilation, we're gonna start choking very quickly.
The air down here is it's pretty stagnant.
Alright, everyone, I don't think having a torch around too long would be a wise idea. I don't feel like choking to death. I don't know about you.
Yeah, so we can use
We
our
could always
Do you
light
happen to
line.
have one of those fancy magical lights, there, friendo? He says, turning to
Arahant.
Arahant. Yeah, sorry, I'm still getting used to that.
You can see it. My true name is between brackets.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm
And,
sorry.
my character name is while Justin is just the reverse.
Oh,
It-
yeah.
Do you happen to have a one of those fancy magical lights there, Arahant?
Yes, I do. You can choose the powerful version or the less powerful version.
Whatever
Less
works.
powerful has 4 little globes that I can manipulate on a certain distance, while the more powerful version has one area that is quite well illuminated.
I'll leave it up to you then. While Mal is going to douse the torch.
An Arahant will take his staff in hand, blow 3 times on the crystal, let it glow and enhance its glow until the light spell takes full effect, illuminating everything in 20 feet with bright light and 20 feet thereafter in dim light.
Ah, wonderful. Reminds me of home.
No heat and no smoke.
Alright, lads, let's get this over with. The sooner we can get this done, the sooner we can get out of this dreary cave.
And we're going west.
East.
East.
Oh, yeah.
East.
I'm just within 10 feet of this light, basically.
You're all going with the Paladin in front, from what I understand.
Yes, because he's a dwarf, he can see in the dark.
Yeah, I'm fine with I'm fine with like being quite a bit ahead so that I can like scout ahead a bit.
Yeah,
We can have the elephant boyo in the back. I like the cushion. Have to get through him before me.
So the order here is Clark, Mull, Arahant, Mel, and Bruce.
Um, the hallway. Technically, you could fit 2 people next to each other in the hallway.
But I think it's safest to do it one by one, just in case.
So it doesn't have any deep splits. Like on all the splits, on all the paths that split off, you can easily see the end. There are no more than like 60 feet in. And they are like in pretty constant intervals of like every 20 feet or so. There's a path in going like about 60 feet deep.
Nice, just little pockets.
And following this path along, you see that it leads, that it basically ends in a doorway. Or in a closed door. Double door, actually.
Is the door designed in any ornate way, or is it just a plain iron door?
It's plain. It's just a wooden door.
Oh, wooden. Okay. Do you think we should knock?
Just a point of order. What's a quick health check on everybody?
I'm at 16 out of 29.
Okay. But you also have lay on hands you can top yourself off with.
I'm saving it for a bit because I have Channel Divinity Inspiring Smite, which allows me to heal 2d8 plus my level hit points for everyone in the area, including myself.
Okay.
I am quite healthy and unharmed.
Yeah, I have not been touched, so
Yeah, Mull is likewise unharmed.
yeah, just wanting to see how our front line was doing. But continue.
Should we think we should knock down the door, or should we think we should knock?
Also,
Well, knocking would be the most polite.
Oh, I agree.
I
But
can
if-
ask both. We should knock.
But if there's demons behind the door, I don't think they care about politeness.
And if I may, as a player, I will quickly reference something. The duration. Is it something that is blocked by it or not? Okay, blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal. Damn. A thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt.
I don't think the door is 3 feet thick.
3 feet thick. Okay.
I don't think. Does the door seem like it's going to be 3 feet thick?
it seems to be like a pretty thick oak door, but not 3 feet.
Yeah,
That's a little bit much.
Yeah, so
Oak
I think your spell can go through it.
Oak door? A
Alright.
wooden door?
Yeah, it's wood.
Okay, well, I can always
And,
attempt it. You never know.
and
And Arahant will close his eyes, put his hand before him, and make a mudra sign, and starting to chant something very, very faintly. And when he opens his eyes glow shortly for about maybe 5-6 seconds with a bluish white, creamy white, bluish glow. And I'm casting Detect Evil and Good. Which I put the text into the chat.
going to there are you can sense you actually can't sense fiends on the other side or anything similar.
I can or can't?
Can't.
Can't. Okay. Well, it stays up for 10 minutes, so the Arahant will say, for the moment, I do not sense anything unnatural, so maybe we could knock.
Well, it's worth a try.
Hmm.
Mull will approach the door and using his staff, which is still extended, tap the door.
You get you hear someone shouting, I need more time, just a little more time. Keep them out of here, keep them out of here, go!
In which language?
Common.
Common, okay.
I wonder who is it referring to.
Do you want to know how dwarfs open a door?
You knock it down?
One sec, let me show you how a dwarf opens a door. I'm gonna take a step forward and just kick right at the handle to like kick it open.
I was expecting. I will show you how a dwarf does it. He takes the the doorknob, turns it, and opens the door. Everything expecting. Oh, yes, he will kick it. No.
Whatever way it could have went.
So, there's two things that happen when once you open the door. The first one is while it doesn't smell good down here in the mine already. Like I said, the air is pretty stagnant. Once you open that door, you immediately smell rot and decay.
Maul, did you fart again?
Mull will sort of peer through the door.
The second thing is on the inside, you can see multiple like metal tubs that seem to be filled basically to the brim with roaches swarming in them. You see a person leaning over one of the tubs, and what you also see is behind the tubs there's you see behind two of the tubs there's what looks like there are the heads of wolves basically looking up and looking straight at you, and they seem to be snarling.
Greetings!
I don't think they can reply.
I mean, fair enough.
They seem to be a bit on the skinny side. Missing quite a bit of body fat, as well as body.
No, the heads don't really look decapitated. They just only look up behind those. Like you can only see the head because they are behind.
Oh, okay. I thought you were describing like heads on stakes. Okay.
No.
So what's the humanoid figure doing?
It's currently leaning above a tub and just seems to be just grabbing in there and doing something.
Excuse me, sir.
I said keep them out. And he turns around. Who? Why and who are you?
We're the replacement.
I said I need more time. Leave. Now.
Could you tell us what you're doing? We're kind of new in the area.
I said leave before I beat you to the hounds.
The hounds? What kind of hounds?
Are you blind?
Partially, it's pretty dark in here.
I can make it brighter, but common sense tells us that maybe we should leave. Those dogs do not. Those dogs or wolves or something like that do not seem like very friendly.
Okay. Does the humanoid figure look like they're wearing similar attire to the other like priest sort of thing we fought a moment ago?
His attire looks more ornate.
Oh, okay, so higher up. That's another one of those cultists. Why are we even talking with them?
Maybe he's not a roach thingy yet.
Hey there, lad, do us a favour and step away and stop doing what you're doing.
We already killed the other guys, so it would be pretty nice if you could, like, not make us kill you as well.
Had enough. Get them. And,
Charming fellow.
yeah. And I would
Just
like
unharmed.
you to roll initiative.
Of course.
Hey, actually rolled pretty good this time. The best I could.
Wait, did I actually? Okay. Apparently I forgot to change the token for those, but it doesn't matter. I guess
Did
the
you
token-
clear initiative from last time?
Yeah.
Cool.
For some reason, it didn't put my initiative in for my token.
Yeah, because you need to have your character, like your token selected while doing.
I did.
Oh. Where do I have you? There. At turn. You rolled a 19. And I think the virtual tabletop enhancement thingy automatically ordered it as soon as I put it in. Which is a great feature. Yeah. Looks like Mel actually has the first turn.
Yeah. What does the? Well, I guess they're just wearing like robes and stuff, so I can't tell armor-wise what they have. But I think I'm gonna probably go for those wolves, because for our dwarf not to get mauled. So I'm gonna take a shot at this northern wolf.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
17.
17. You actually. No, it's a sec. Yeah, you do hit it straight in the neck. Give me damage.
There you go.
That's quite a lot. You hear it howling in pain, but you don't really see it howling in pain. Like the mouth doesn't really move.
Hold on. I'm gonna action
Oh.
surge, because I'm gonna shoot that pupper again.
Do you have the crossbow action feat?
Action surge skips it,
Because
Oh.
it's
because it's two separate actions.
Okay, alright, cool, yeah, that makes sense.
13 doesn't go.
13. I will use my last superiority die to roll a d8.
A 21
Now
does
a
that.
21. Less damage that time, though.
Yeah, one of them just falls over dead.
Yes. Okay, now I'm done.
Okay. This will bring us to Clark.
So one sec, that wolf's down. So I'll take the southern wolf and I'll yeet a life transference arrow, dealing damage to it and healing me for it. So I'm using
Okay.
that version of it. And that's a nat one!
Oh no.
So
Yeah, you, the spell just, I don't know, would it have really a physical impact if it hit a wall or something?
I mean,
An attack roll, then yeah, I would think so.
I mean,
I don't know.
because it only does necrotic damage, right?
yeah.
And not like any real impact.
Yeah, well, it does say it's an arrow, so.
I mean, I could be a real asshole and be like, yeah, you cast it the wrong way around and give some of your life to it, but I will just say it fails. The spell just fizzles.
I did the
will-
entire incantation backwards.
Oh right, it was Avada Kedavra, not my cadaver as A.
Well,
Never mind, bad joke.
proceed to getting mauled, I guess.
I just, after I point my hand and shoot it, I'm just gonna be like, well, I think, fuck, that didn't work out as I hoped it would.
Yeah.
Plan B! And I run up to it.
So, when you move behind the tub, you see that that thing isn't really just a wolf. It's basically a thing stitched together from the corpse of a wolf and a human. It you have basically a human upper body crawling on the floor, but instead of a lower body, it has like almost having a crescent like a scorpion's tail, like a furry tail with a wolf's head looking up on the back of it.
Fucked up looking manticore.
Yeah.
That is creepy.
Well, now we see what it does.
We shall
Wait.
see.
Apparently I did skip a wolf turn, and I don't know how.
Yeah, I don't know why I got pushed
But why the
behind
wolf
him.
got pushed down. That's
Yeah.
weird.
The wolf and I had the same initiative.
Yeah, but
the wolf was below me for some reason.
But originally it was below you, but then it kind of traveled back before you, and that's why it's at the bottom. I don't know.
Do you want me to just roll a d20? If it's above a 10, we'll change my initiative to a 20, and if it's below a 10, we'll... Oh, alright. That works as well.
Okay. So
This is why the tiebreaker is helpful.
I can just put the turn order above the visible chat as well, so it's also on stream. Yeah.
Now we see what these weird wolf boys do.
Yeah, and it's standing right in front of the Paladin, which is not really the nicest place to be. I guess the human head will just try to bite you and fail miserably.
The human part, not even the wolf.
Yeah, like I said, the human head tries to bite you, but it just completely fails.
Awesome.
Like bites on your armor a minute.
And because of the crit fail, it skips out on its multi-attack. Which will lead us to Mal's turn.
Alright, Mull is going to... Let's see. Yes, just enough room to meander his way past standing next to Cloth and stumbling slightly as he makes his way over. He'll balance himself on his extended staff, bamboo staff, and then deliberately stumble forward again, and then using the momentum will swing his staff to try and crack the wolf on the head with it. 21 to hit for 7 bludgeoning.
Nice.
That definitely hit, and that definitely bludgeons.
And then he's going to, leaning on his staff, he's going to sort of do a fancy roundhouse kick to finish it off as a bonus action. 9 to hit, which misses.
Yeah.
And yep, that's my turn.
Okay, that's good. Then we will come to the priest. And the priest yet again yells, I need more time, come on, get up and help me. And out of the vats, there's 2 ogre bodies in varying states of decay standing up out of 2 of the tubs. Yes. And yeah, that's basically the priest's turn before he just turns back around.
That's not good.
And these 2 are just moving into the melee. One of them next to the monk, the other next to the paladin. I guess it's kind of mixed. It's kind of mixed, but one attacks the monk, one attacks Mole, one attacks Clark.
Sure.
And boom. This is the one. Let's say this is the one for Clark, and this is the one for Mule.
21 hits, yeah. Alright, 13 bludgeoning.
It basically just chops
I'm
its
sorry, I
body.
for some reason can't see the roll. What did it roll against me?
12.
Oh yeah, that misses.
Yeah. That's why that's why I instantly just went. It doesn't work. They basically just attack by ramming their bodies into you. And they are also just completely swarming with roaches. Oh wait, the second one could have only attacked next turn. Or not next turn, but after our hand. I forgot.
So the slam against me doesn't apply?
I mean, if our hand doesn't do anything that prevents it, it would still apply.
Alright. Well, I'll
But
keep
if
my...
you-
Yeah, I'll keep my health as it is, then if nothing happens, I'll keep myself back 13 HP.
What happened?
I kind of did a turn a little bit too early.
Uh-oh.
Who got hit?
I did.
Mule.
Mule or Mole?
Mole.
Mole.
Yeah, I'm fine back here.
Okay, should I change my name? Because this is going to get ridiculously confusing at times, especially during combat. Well, the reason I chose Mull is so I can make it a pun. I'll mull it over, you know? But then
Oh.
I don't think it's worth keeping that name for the joke if it's going to confuse everyone else. So I might have to change the name.
Wait, how? Oh, I just noticed that in like the Discord call, our order changed when Justin changed his name. So all my
Oh,
my labels were wrong for half the stream. Nice.
not bad.
Maurice is now down here. Justin is up there.
Changed it.
What the fuck did I just move?
Yeah,
No.
change to try to stay consistent with everyone else.
Okay. I think the labeling situation is now working again.
Yeah. How you doing up there, boys?
This leads us back to our hand.
Because my spell lasts 10 minutes, I suppose that they register as undead, those two?
No.
No?
Okay, that's very weird.
As demonic? Because it
They register as nothing, basically.
as nothing. Oh.
They, and, you know, because you noticed that through the spell, you can give me a perception check.
Are they illusions?
That's quite peculiar indeed. Perception. Oh, well.
Nice.
Their movements just seem very weird. They don't seem like they're moving on their own accord, more like they're being pushed around by something. But also not quite. The direction of the force that just kind of shot them around is weird. And they don't have the typical zombie-esque, like, they have eyes, but they're closed, basically. They don't seem to be looking at people or anything. Yeah. Seem to basically be moved by some sort of outside force. Yeah.
Well, Arahant is a bit settled of this, seeing dead creatures that are not registering as undead, demonic, celestial, elemental, or what have you. Does anything else in 60 feet of me register like that or not?
No, nothing should really register any of that.
I think that the spell covers.
It covers basically anything
within 30 feet of you.
It also doesn't. I mean, it doesn't cover beasts, constructs, monstrosities, and I think that's kind of it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, in that case,
and plants. It doesn't cover plants.
A bit unsettled by the fact that he is not registering what he expects. Arahant makes a quick decision, thinking that maybe the priest is using some kind of magic and that it would eventually requires some concentration. So he will cast a magic missile at level 1 at the priests.
Okay.
So here I go for 3 attacks. Where is more? Magic missile here. Is it? The first one is 3.
3. Yes.
Okay. Why does it? It's 1, huh? Why +1? Ah, yes, +1, yes.
let me
The
keep
second
them
one
up.
is 5, and the third one is 3.
Okay,
So
so that's a total of 11 damage.
yes, indeed, 11 force damage, and
And
every hit.
yeah, and the priest currently having their back turned on you actually does make 3 concentration saves, and he actually succeeds.
Yeah, so DC 10. You just barely made that last one.
Yeah, and he just yells, "Can't you keep them off me? Just a few more minutes." Yeah, and now the thing where one of the corpses. Oh no, that wasn't the end of your turn. Okay.
Before my turn ends, may Arhant say something?
Yes.
Well, he will say, if you cease the attack and give us an explanation, then yes, we can wait until you're finished. That's it. Trying to be sassy, although he has clearly a I don't know the English expression, maar een steen in zijn maag. Literally a stone in the stomach, but not in the stomach.
There probably is a word like well, no,
Yeah.
that's a bit too poetic to be a good translation.
Okay.
I mean, there's always a fly in the ointment, but that's the English version. I think is that what you're trying to say? Like an annoying pest.
He just responds as if I'd fall for that. Just get rid of those people. And now the attack against Mull actually happens, and now it's Mal's turn.
Okay. Well, normally those big guys in the way would cause a problem, but I ignore 1/2 and 3/4 cover, so I'm gonna shoot at the priest.
Okay.
With the biting sting of your lady.
That's it.
18. Lower damage that time.
Oh God. The priest looks to be almost dead.
Damn. Well, that's all I got.
Guess I can. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The concentrate. The priest. That it's not any magic fading or anything, but he seems to have dropped a bunch of utensils, basically straight into the metal tub he was operating on, and he's just angrily shouting about, you messed it all up, you incompetent oafs, what are you doing? I was so close. So close. Yeah.
I can't see what you're doing over the big guy over there, but I'm glad you're pissed off about it. And just hawk back my crossbow.
Yeah. Now we're coming back to Clark.
All right. Well, since I'm already engaged in melee range, I don't really have a choice here, so I'm just gonna yeet my pickaxe in one of the heads of the wolf that's in front of me. Let me see if I can. How that works. Oh, sorry. First one. That's just never mind. That's a 10.
You actually try to hit the wolf head with it, but it doesn't seem to be really filled with flesh. You kind of hit with the flat side of the pig, and it just bounces off as if it's like really like something massive, and it makes an almost wooden sounding noise.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You have like a
Yeah.
shield of faith or something you could put on yourself with the bonus action?
Ha! Nah.
Okay.
As if I was smart enough to get that spell.
Just trying to look out for you, bro. Cause
Spells? You mean wasted smites?
yeah, those are smite slots.
I mean, no, I have wait, let me check something real quick actually. I need to can I read this? No, okay, that's immediately after I deal damage. So yeah, can't use that.
What about domain spells? You should always have
Don't
those.
have anything that's a bonus action.
Okay. I
Alright,
don't know what your subclass is, so.
I think it's an Oath of Glory Paladin.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
not
he
sure.
did
Oath
say.
of
He
Glory.
did. I have not looked at their list.
Well, that was a wasted turn.
Yeah.
That's low level. You get one attack.
After failing to bite through the armor of the paladin, I think it will try to bite the monk.
That's fair.
Oh,
And,
that misses.
and the monk just stumbles out of the way. But this time it's not a crit fail, so as the second attack of the multi-attack, the wolf head, like I said, it's basically almost like a scorpion tail on the back of the guy, and it just swings sideways, slamming into the paladin and also missing.
That's good because he's pretty hurt. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember who got hit by the ogre.
And
I just realized real quick I forgot to say something. Can I say something on my turn still?
okay.
I just want to tell everyone to don't kill that priest though. Try to deal non-lethal damage. I want to interrogate him.
Well, I mean,
buddy.
they're pretty hurt, so that's gonna be on you guys to do. I'll take down ogres. I still want them getting away.
I might have something that can help with that.
We now have Molt's turn.
Alright. Mull is going to stumble back into place after getting slammed by that giant ogre thing. He's going to feel that bruise in the morning, but for now, adrenaline is kicking in, so he's going to attack the wolf to try and finish it off with the staff. Another bonk to the head. Yep, 8 bludgeoning.
Nice.
Yeah. How do you only do misses or 21? What is going on there?
I guess it's a mystery. How's the wolf looking?
It seems to be kind of hurt, but basically
Alright.
above half health.
You could. No, go ahead. It's your character. I won't tell you.
He's going to spend a key point for Flurry of Blows as he goes into a series of. So he's going to go for one kick against the wolf to try and finish it off. Missing. So since he's now under Flurry of Blows, a drunken technique kicks in, and he's swaying drunkenly in a very chaotic pattern that prevents anyone from attacking him as he moves away in a haze, and he's going to stumble his way towards the leader, and using a non-lethal attack will use another bonus attack, or use his second attack to sort of like punch him in the head to try and knock him out.
Okay. Yeah,
15.
that is the hit. You knock him out clean.
Nice.
I just want to make sure a Flurry of Blows. You can spend 2 more. Okay, I've got 1 more attack.
No, it's two
No.
attacks as a bonus action. So it
Right, okay.
replaces your normal bonus action attack.
I see. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, so that was his turn. He
Yep.
so like very drunkenly in a chaotic pattern sways his way towards the guy and knocks him out.
Nice.
The big
Almost accidentally. Oh, my apologies. Oh,
Exactly.
my apologies.
Trips over the ogre leg and elbows her in the face, or him in the
Yes.
face.
the big corpse behind you decides to swing at you.
All right. That's a miss.
It yet again just tries to ram its body into you, basically. And you stumble out of the way. And we're back to our hound.
Hmm. It could be dangerous. Oh well, when in doubt. He will go here. And boom, boom, boom. Is that the druid familiar?
It is, but it's not there.
It's not actually there. It's just still on the map, and it was always at that spot even before the combat started.
Well, having arriving there, having known that that Claude in the first chamber did receive a bad logging wound, Arhant will cast using his last second level spell. Will cast a healing word on Claude. And he will get 7 HP back. As you see that some golden white energy flows gently, merrily down the stream onto Clark and enveloping him, closing and knitting close some of the wounds. That's his bonus action, and with his
Thank you for that.
Action, he will fire a cantrip well known as Dervahush or Firebolt. Where is my Firebolt? Here is my Firebolt. 19
what?
to hit plus 7. At the zombie creature.
Yeah, it doesn't even try to dodge or anything. It also doesn't really react that now just the hole burned into its skin, and almost directly under it you can just see basically a mass of roaches moving. There's also
That's
like
unexpected.
that's also not like you don't see really flesh or anything on the inside.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was a movement of 20 feet, so he still has some movement left. If there is some room here,
Yeah.
being discussed by those roaches that are crawling in the hole he made, he will move back his remaining movement with a utter disgust on his face.
Funnily enough, that moves you. You are now standing right next to a tub, which I mentioned they are also basically filled with roaches. And
Arahant yelps.
and looking into it, it looks like they are actually. There also is like one of those wolf creatures in there that's basically being almost stitched together by them.
You... Mein Gott, mein Gott. He is whispering to himself, why did I leave the tower of Master Glenmere? Mistress Glenmere. She was and that's his turn.
The lower husk just it will just move after the closest target, and I guess that's the monk. Will just critically fail another slam.
Yep.
It basically it tries to slam at you, and instead it just slams into one of, and while you step out of the way, it just slams into one of the metal tubs, and that impact basically rips its lower half apart, and it's basically gone now, and in its place there's just a bunch of roaches left, which where in my monster list are you?
By the way, you accidentally deleted the token, which means it got rid of the Untitled.
No, not. Yeah, because there would be another turn order because they are new creatures.
No, I mean the other ogre, the other zombie ogre.
Oh no, the other they are separate turns.
Oh, okay. Oh, never mind then.
Yeah. This. Yeah. And these will only really be active on the next turn, but I think that was the last thing on the turn anyway, because now we're back at Mal.
Yep.
Yeah, that
Well,
was slow. So,
I'm in a pickle here because I know if I kill that, it's going to get more of those things. But it also has been the thing that's hit the hardest because I've not seen what the wolf thing does.
yeah, it missed everything.
So I guess I'm going to shoot at the other big boy and just go ahead and get that out of here.
That is most definitely a hit, and you just tear a hole on the side through it, and the swarms basically spill out of it. So and the body crumbles. There they are. So one more, please. Yeah, I will just roll its initiative on the actual next turn, so it's not confusing when it's in the order.
Okay. Well, that's all I got.
Cool. Clav. Both the giant cadavers that were standing before you have now disintegrated, basically.
Well, then there's just the wolf left, so I guess it's another hit with the war pig.
Hey, there we go.
18?
Yeah, that hits.
9 piercing.
Nice.
Yeah, you give it another great hack into. I don't know whether you want to hit the wolf or the human body part.
The human body part, I'm aiming for the spine.
You basically pierce it through, I guess, right below the shoulder.
Yeah, I guess that's my turn again.
Oh yeah. Good old one attack per turn.
Level 3. Level 3.
The hounds The hound is only in melee with you, so I guess it has its target. It yet again fails to hit the bite, and it takes another swing with its tail, and apparently it is unable to roll well.
I mean, to be fair, I don't imagine teeth working all that well against like plate.
Yeah. But maybe the slamming tail. Anyway. After the wolf has proven to be a failure again, we're coming back to Mal.
All right. So Mal is going to slam his quarterstaff on this cockroach up here, trying to crush as many as he can. He misses, so he's going to bonus action go for a sweep, stomping on them with his hooves. 14 hit.
Does 14 hit? I think it does, yes.
Alright, so the cockroaches take 4 bludgeoning.
Yeah.
And since he's surrounded by them, he's going to spend his last key point for patient defense. And
isn't patient defense also a bonus action?
Oh, it is, yes. Yeah, you're right. Well, I guess I'll just have to hope for the best then. I kind of forgot about that. Still not used to playing monks, so I'll get there eventually. So yeah, it's my turn.
And we're coming to the first roach swarm, which technically moves on top of the monk, but that would... I guess I can just make them smaller, then move them on top of the monk. There.
Yeah.
And it just starts to bite you.
That misses. Yeah. So he manages to sort of swat them away before they can get a hold of him.
Yeah. And now we're coming back to our resident wizard, Arahant.
The trouble is, I built him like a prophet, a seer, and an oracle, so he does not have many offensive spells, except a cantrip or two. Well, in that case, his eyes will turn a indigo blue, and his voice will get a slight gravelly sepulchral tone. And looking at the wolf, he will say, "You have missed enough, creature. Your doom is near." And he will cast Toll the Dead on
I love it.
the wolf.
Yeah.
He has to do a wisdom saving throw. I will.
Yeah, it's a wisdom save. Yeah.
I will throw the spell.
Man, he's a wise wolf man thing.
DC 13, yes.
Yeah. That is very much a success.
Indeed it is. Maybe not today. Not at this moment.
I guess this swarm is just... Wait, is it this? Yes, it's the lower swarm. Will decide to just be annoying and move on top of the of Klaas and basically use its action to give a help action to the next attack from the wolf against him by just distracting him, by just crawling all over him. Mal.
Well, my targets are kind of odd. I don't think I should shoot at the bugs on the monk or the paladin. So I'm going to shoot at the wolf instead.
Yeah. That yet again is a clear hit and it's dead.
I just had to get the kinks out of it from last session.
Yes, indeed. You yeah, much better rolls.
Yeah. It was a little bit muggy. I had to add the extra grease to it. Hurry now.
Klav, you are being swarmed by vermin.
Yes. So he's going to just like frantically try and shake them off him. Sort of like patting himself on the back, grabbing them, like sort of throwing them off him. So it wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't make sense for him to use the core stuff in this situation. So I'm going to make 2 unarmed strikes from like to indicate that. 1 action, 1 bonus action. So one of them, I don't know if 12 hits or not, but.
But I said Klav, not Mal.
Oh, sorry.
I mean,
I'll just delay my action after him.
No, I'm sorry, guy. I just got a call. I was a bit distracted. I'm sorry about that.
I mean, it doesn't really matter that much. And I forgot to put these into initiative, but I mean, you're on the same side, so.
Yeah, you're fighting your own
my
respective
action
swarms.
Yeah, I got a call. I was distracted. I'm sorry about that.
Man, there's a spicy thunder wave play here.
Only if you're an evocation wizard.
Yeah.
No, I mean well, okay, yeah. Never mind.
You can only really hit 2 with a thunder wave, but that would most definitely kill those 2 swarms.
Yeah. I take a little bit of friendly fire for the greater good. It's for a level 6 pally, they would have a good chance of just making the save.
So again, I'll delay my turn after Mold. So
yeah,
Mold, you can finish your turn.
Yeah. I mean, he already did the hit.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
It just he swatted a few of the roaches, but they're definitely still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figure you're probably fighting your own respective swarm, so it's not that important.
Right, in that case, so quick question.
Yeah.
If I use Guiding Bolt right now, would that deal damage to myself?
No.
It would be a disadvantage because you have stuff in your face.
Yeah.
Because it's a ranged attack.
Yeah, shit. I mean, I can't really hit myself with a fucking war pick.
That's why I didn't use a staff for myself.
How do you rule swarms? Can you move away from them, or they go with you?
Most of them are on the floor and just trying to climb up on you, so you can move away from them.
Okay.
They will obviously still get the opportunity attack if you move out of their space.
Yeah, but with your armor, I think you could be fine, and you could actually, do something to them.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll just go over here and take the opportunity attack.
That's it. Now we're with that nat 20, and they just fucking latch into you.
That's a 15 hit.
No, I have a 19 AC right now due to the Shield of Shielding.
Ah, yes. The good old Shield of Shielding.
But now I can use Guiding Bolt.
Yes.
Mule, this might burn a bit.
And now it will be a nat 1. No, it hits.
So that's yeah, cast at first level because I don't have any. 17
Nice.
radiant damage.
Yeah, the bolt just flies into the swarm and they just burn up in a bright light.
Oh, I meant the swarm that was on Mole, but yeah, that's fine as well.
Oops.
I was trying to get them off of Mole.
Okay. And that one.
A very nice shot.
Like a
Thank
little chain
you.
lightning effect on him. Bug zapper.
And I will actually now use my inspiring smite.
Huh?
So I heal well, not heal, but I give 2d8 plus my level.
You need to deal damage with your Divine Smite feature for that.
Ah, shit! I misread it. Fuck me.
I mean, I guess that's why it's called Inspiring Smite.
Yeah.
You smite.
Posting the same words more doesn't make them change.
That's a real paladin. He smites and while smiting inspires other. Hey.
Yeah,
I do get what he's saying though. Like, 'cause some channel divinities say you can apply it to a melee attack or your spells.
Yeah, I literally only read the first line.
You deal damage. Heal.
I read the first line and skimmed over it and saw the total number of temporary hit points equals blah blah blah.
Deal damage,
Nice.
get temp HP. It was
Yeah.
it's
I
okay. You're
guess.
a budding paladin. You just got your oath. Still figuring out the kinks in it. You know.
Yeah, I'll yeah, that's just. I'm just checking if. Oh, actually, I can do something.
What? You can do something?
I can do something! I'll turn my fist into iron with Iron Hand! It's gonna do nothing, but I have it!
Okay. You now feel a little bit more fire with this in your hands.
Ooh,
You're gonna punch
seem a
feet.
bit
Bro.
excited there, friend.
I can now wield my pickaxe with an iron hand!
Yeah.
Iron arm of law.
You see the paladin's hands turning to iron and him laughing maniacally.
And then, and it's the wizard who has a book with spells that talks to him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
But
he's
it's
somehow less crazy.
so who will
Yeah.
become the villain? The wizard or the paladin?
Yeah.
Trust me, if you knew what I have planned with my character, you would know that it's the paladin.
Apropos the book that talks to him, Arahant. You hear the voice in your head again, and it tells you, I can get you out of this quickly. Just use me.
Fireball in the middle of the room.
And
Just saying, that would get rid of them.
and it basically transplants a memory in your head. It shows a demon casting a spell on basically a mass of rats that are swarming a sewer and then just all falling over. It's just him pointing at them and there's basically... And it immediately basically sucks out the life force of them.
dark powers tempting him. I'm not a necromancer, I'm a diviner.
I'm a good wizard.
I'm tempted to to give in to it. But Arahant for the moment will it's only Arahant who hears that voice in
Yes.
yes. Well, the rest will hear him say no, 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 no.
Bacon jam.
As if speaking to himself. Maybe he is starting to go mad or something, and he stretches out his hand towards that swarm, and he will fire a firebolt instead.
Okay.
Everything sucks.
18 to hit for only 3 fire damage.
I mean, you rolled a few of them on impact. Um,
And he will try to move away from the.
from the top.
Yes, is there somewhere in this vicinity, or this vicinity, or here, where that he can move without being in contact with something like those tubs or
I guess he
anything?
can move back out of the hallway. Or back into the hallway.
That's what he will do, Tabla. Here. Still have one spell slot.
And the last swarm. I think we're, or not the last swarm, that's another one, but the last swarm of the round, I guess. We'll go after Mal. And no, they can just never hit. Very cool. And yet again, they're trying to climb up you, but they just fail. At the start of this turn, basically, or at the start of this round, all the roaches in the room basically start to decide to just move out. Like all the ones from the top and everything are just moving towards the hallway where our hand stands. But basically past them.
Like the swarms themselves or the other roaches that were in the room?
The other ones, the ones that were in the tops.
Okay.
In a unmanly fashion, he was.
Yeah, Mel's not too crazy about it either. Go on, hit. I'll take aim at this swarm that's not on my friend because I still don't trust myself shooting. I mean, it's the monk, so it's the best person for me to shoot a ranged attack at. For it to fuck up.
Oh yeah, he could just go deflect missile, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have sharpshooter on it, that won't reduce it to 0.
Oh yeah. He
it.
would take a shitload of. Okay, I miss anyways, so that makes sense. I'm trying to shoot a swarm of roaches with a crossbow. That's accurate.
Your aim is just thrown off by basically all the ones that are swarming around your feet, trying to get past you.
At my feet, and then just like saturated with target selection. Like, which one do I shoot?
Yeah. Claw.
It's that time of the year again, guys.
Are you actually going to smite?
I mean, the thing is, if I hit with my war pig, 90% chance I kill the thing before my divine smite even hits.
I mean,
But yeah, let's try for it. I'll war pick the roaches again.
okay.
I mean,
you're
even if you
walking-
kill something, you can still put a smite on it and overkill it.
Yeah.
Like, if you really want to use the feature, like, there's nothing stopping you from doing it.
Or you
gotta
just
hit.
miss.
Yeah.
I mean, well, that's a way to prevent you from using the feature.
I guess I'll turn my hands even more iron.
Okay. Also, I'm now noticing that I gave like one of the apparently I gave one of the swarms 2 turns and the other one 0, because this one is just not an initiative. Yeah, that's better. Because there was a total of 3, and apparently deleting one of them took away 2 turns. Yeah, Mal, you are still kind of swarmed, but by
Yeah.
a new swarm this time.
He's going to sort of like drop and then start rolling around frantically, trying to get him off. Get off me, you little bastard! And I'm going to go for 2 more unarmed strikes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's better.
Those both hit. You're getting a good amount of them. You got like half of them.
He's relying on his massive bulk to sort of squash them as he's rolling around on the floor. Yeah, that's my turn.
Is this what the new kids call ruffle?
Well, the issue is that he's not laughing.
Yeah,
I guess
this
it's wrong.
swarm is, this swarm is just moving on to our hand and trying to bite him. And I think an 18 should hit.
It should, but he's so scared, and then
And he shields. Okay.
Yes, indeed. I,
Put
I
the
don't
layer
have-
between himself and them.
indeed, but that was my last spell slot, so
Uh-oh.
yes, it will be only cantrips from now on.
And we're back to our hand, and the voice says, the offer still stands.
Once again, yeah. Well, that's Mel here, I suppose.
Yeah,
Mel's,
The Mel is the one behind you, yes.
yeah, I'm just chilling.
well, Mel, you will because he Arahant will say it with a softer voice, but you hear him talking to himself. Oh well, you win this time.
Okay,
Do
and,
it.
and with that you cast the Mosquito Bane spell. I guess I can only show it to everyone, but here. And with that, basically around him, all the roaches on the floor and the swarms just basically in a circle pattern from him, widening, they just all start to die, just basically just fall over dead without any signs of like outward damage or anything.
Mm.
Yeah. In basically a 50 feet foot sphere. Around them.
Why didn't you use that earlier?
You can use that? Come on!
As you look at the monk and or paladin with like little bite marks over him.
You all see quite some puzzlement and bewildering on the face of Arahant, almost as if he felt guilty for doing that, although he saved basically your lives, but you see that he has some guilt that he's guilty that he used that.
And the voice in your head says, "See, I help you. I'm a nice guy."
I'm not so sure of it.
Oh, that you should have. Why didn't you use that before? That was very handy.
In any
Yeah,
case, good job, and gives him a pat on the back.
On that note, did the roaches in the tubs also die?
They were the ones that were trying to leave the swarm out of the room, basically, so they all also died.
Hmm.
Maybe a few already made. No, they couldn't really have made it past them. They don't have enough movement, really.
Yeah, best they were under my feet, and I was only like 20 feet out.
oh well. I'm at the end of the map and it's already 40 feet. So
Yeah,
you'd
like I said,
go
the map
into the
isn't really
other-
up to scale, but
mm,
Yeah, still, they just don't have the movement to get there.
I think they actually just have 20.
Yeah.
Well,
Huh?
I guess it's time then.
Yeah.
I'd like to walk up to the caster that we downed earlier and tie him down with hemp rope.
Yeah. You find that.
I need a drink after all that. Mull is going to take out that bottle of whiskey the innkeeper gave him, and he's going to uncork it and start
my,
plugging down on it.
my
Shall
good satyr, should I? May I also have a sip, please?
Oh yeah, of course.
I need
He'll,
a
he'll,
sip drink.
he'll hand you the bottle, which is about half full now.
Thank you.
Don't you cast in folk use like I don't know, I see Arhant when he uses it some materials or something fiddling about. I'd say we take those from them if they got them.
I think it might be a good idea to bind his hands and gag him, unless until he can get across that if he says a word aside from answering our questions, bad things will happen to him.
You're basically taking away his holy symbol. You're taking away. You're getting him, and you're tying up his hands.
Yeah.
And other than
And
that,
feet.
okay. And other than that, I think we will now after the big fight take a quick break. If everyone is okay with that.
All right.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Real
Then
quick,
I will-
how much time we got left for the session? Is it an hour and a half, right?
Yeah, around about an hour and a half.
Cool. All right. What time are
Then
we
I
coming
will-
back from the break?
I don't know, like 5 to 10 minutes. I will just turn off the audio now. And with that, the break is officially over.
Celebrate good times, come on.
Yeah. We're kind of in a similar situation as we were at the start of the stream. You have won the fight. What do you want to do?
So after we tie up that guy, I'm just gonna I'm gonna use lay on hands on him and give him 1 HP.
Yeah.
His eyes open back up. Oh, I could also mention what's now left inside of all the vats.
Yeah, that would be good.
There are 4 more vats with basically incomplete wolf human stitchings in it, and that's also the vat where the priest was working on. And inside of that, there's a similar thing, but basically scaled up with an ogre at the bottom and one of those white wolves you have seen on top of the mountain as like the wolf part.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But yeah, as soon as the guy opens his eyes, I'm just gonna smile at him. Good morning, sunshine. Had a nice dream.
What do you want?
We want to know everything.
Now, what are you lot doing here with these roaches and other foul creatures and whatever the fuck that is? Pointing over to the wolf-headed thing.
So, counter question. What will you do if I don't answer you?
Knock you out and bring you back to life over and over again until you're finally sick of dying over and over again and finally spill the beans?
This is not a bit harsh.
I guess I'm content on wasting your healing.
Oh, trust me, you won't be content with the broken bones.
Why would I care? Everything is already lost. You've ruined everything.
I mean, fair point, but now that we've ruined everything, you could explain your plans and we might just choose to let you live, you know? I mean, I'm not opposed to it fully.
You can give me a persuasion or deception check.
It would be persuasion. I'm honestly not opposed to letting him live, so... let's see here. 17.
Really? Why would you do that?
I mean, you might have good reasons.
So, the plan. There wasn't much of a great plan to what I was doing. The plan was to do experiments on what kind of what kind of materials are useful for building up an army, and in my opinion, the Bloodhounds were at least a partial success, and I was looking at
by how well they hit, I would disagree.
They are meant for tracking.
Okay, makes sense.
And I wanted to improve on the combat capabilities with the big one.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. So, technically speaking, what was your goal of building an army? I mean, like, were you trying to, like, overthrow the kingdom, or...
I I just wanted the master to recognize me, to reward me. He promised me something great should I make a worthy creation for his army.
May I inquire, like, is this master person the person that controls the roaches?
You could phrase it like that, yes.
I mean, there's nothing really binding you to him anymore, so would you mind telling us who that master is?
Obviously, he's a divine being. An amalgam of brilliance, putrescent, and chitin. He's a grand and powerful being ruling from his throne of filth, from the plains, from the plane of wasteland, or the half plane of wasteland.
He's such a grand and magnificent being. Why would he give two shits about you?
He didn't. That's why I was trying to make him look at me by creating these things in his name.
Are you by any chance talking about Akashigi Gal?
Yes. I think you put an additional gi in there, but other than that...
Ashikigal, yes. Ashikigal. Who is indeed powerful, yes.
Are there more of your kind down here? And by the way, just saying, did you create those like human things that came earlier?
You... Create is the wrong word. I mean, they were people.
Yeah, but I mean, like, did you make them roachy?
Yes. It's quite a delicate procedure. And from what I've heard, incredibly painful.
All right, so
You're a bad and foul person.
So did you like get stood up at prom or something? Like what led you down to this path?
What led me down this path? I guess it's no one really cared about me. I mean, why would they? I'm just an insignificant human. And then when I made my first sacrifice, that slight hint of recognition, this gift of powers, it's quite fulfilling.
I see. I mean, that makes sense, honestly. Were you ever like, did you have like formal training beforehand, or did you just like kind of learn to do all this stuff at random?
I learned it on. I just joined a group down in the slums.
I gotcha. Well then,
The slums of which city?
You know, this is the first time of the session that I'm actually opening my notes. And I forgot that I didn't have them open at all. But yeah, as soon as I need, it's the city of Grundingen.
Oh, Brandingen?
Grundingen.
Grundingen, yeah.
All right. Well then, I think I have a plan of what we can do with you that isn't us killing you.
And
I
what
mean-
would that be?
So, were you like the cause of the well, first of all, before we actually get to that idea, I have one more question. Were you the person that's like responsible for all the essentially death in this town?
I mean, I've had help.
May I inquire who helped you?
I can show you.
I prefer if you told us. Honestly, I mean, I've walked into your traps before, and honest to God, it was a nice hug, but the stab in the stomach was a bit painful.
Ever the careful one, aren't you? A lot of the techniques used, I learned from being I summoned a demon. He
Oh,
told me.
a demon? A demon or a devil?
A demon.
Why the fuck would you summon a demon? I mean, honestly, you could have gotten the same thing with a devil and caused less mayhem.
I mean, why would I not summon one of the master's children?
Fair point.
It was glorious to behold.
Is he still down here in the mines, or?
No, it's long gone. It did what it needed to do, and then it disappeared, maybe to spread its glory somewhere else.
That sounds
Yep.
like an innuendo.
Mel leans over.
Maybe it is.
We're not really gonna let this guy go.
All right, so I'm sorry, princess, but I can't really discuss my plans of what we're gonna do with you while you're awake. So have a nice rest, and I'll punch him in the face and knock him back.
No,
Oh wait,
Clark,
sorry.
Clark,
Okay, I stopped my fist right before his face. Turn around. What's up?
Clark, if I may, I would like to have a little word in private with this gentleman.
So that sounds fucking sus.
Let's say that if he indeed is a priest, and so from the I would like to know from a professional point of view if I'm losing my mind or not.
Well, I say while
But
we're
I
doing
will
this
not.
consultation,
I will
we all
not
get
like.
set in short rest.
I will not like. I would like to discuss this in private with a confessor.
Ah, yes.
All right. I'm fine with it. Well, how's the rest thinking?
I say we set up a little makeshift defense and get what information we want out of him and take a break.
Okay. I'm fine with you talking to him. So yeah, I step away from the guy and go to the other end of the room and like try to look at the not listening really to what he's saying. I'm just gonna look at the things he created.
And Mel's just setting up to watch the hallway.
Actually, good point. Mole, All right, he's not back yet. Shit. That's a long 15 minutes.
Yes, indeed. So Arahant will, and he will say, my apologies for what my companions did to you in your little experiments, but I was wondering something. Since do you hear voices in your head?
Sometimes.
And are those voices telling you to do things? And if you agree to them, apparently you gain power. For it happened to me twice now.
Hey, I'm
Yes.
back. Sorry about that.
Yes. Power. Yes, that indeed happened. But they didn't appear randomly. They were responses to my calls, and then they told me to perform sacrifices and create all this in exchange for that magic power, that ability, that recognition.
So it was not like, well, you maybe you, but if you look around, you will witness that all your roaches and other insects are dead.
Yes, quite the feat.
Thank you. Well, we were threatened, and I got that voice in my head who told me, who showed me an image of a powerful demonic or devilish being that with a stretch of his hand killed a lot of critters. And when I in an act of desperation said yes, all right, I gained that power, albeit temporarily, and with one flick of my hand I killed all your insects. Has things like that happened to you too, that not asking for it but suddenly popping up in your head, and they say, and they grant you power to help you, or at least they give you the offer to help you go get out of a difficult moment, a dangerous moment, and granting you power if you acknowledge.
No, but why do you sound so conflicted about them? Didn't, from what I've heard, they have only helped you. They don't they? Doesn't that seem like a good thing?
It is, and they are, but
So why
some
would
of
you?
their nature seems special, tied to the. My apologies. I'm a wizard. I'm a student of the arcane, and all those abilities I got or were given when I acknowledged its help were from the school of necromancy, and that is what worrying me. I'm mostly on the although on the other hand it could be normal. I am most since my youth. I have been on the receiving end of visions, omens, and dreams that all had a prophetic quality on them, and they came out. So, but I never thought that I was. But indeed, you do have a valid point. They did help us.
I mean, I know there are some people who find necromancy morally reprehensible, but was any of what you did it really did it really cause harm to anyone other than those you intended to cause harm to?
No.
So why is it such a bad thing then? I mean, not all necromancy is the same, is it? It's
Yes
not.
and no, but I do see the merit of your argumentation.
I mean, didn't you cast Toll the Dead?
Yes, I did.
Isn't that also necromancy?
Yes, it is.
Hmm.
I get your point, my good fellow. I get your point.
I for one think it's unwise to question or criticize a gift, is it? It's not the most polite thing to do.
As long as it does not harm others, yes. I mean, harm those that I do not wish to be harmed. Then yes, you have a valid point. Well, thank you for hearing my confession, Father. A father in the sense of as a player, father in the sense of priest.
Interesting.
Daddy.
My father. Thank you, my father. What? Your father?
Yeah. I guess I was glad to help.
Well, I will let you rest a bit, and I will try to convince my colleagues not to be too rough on you. Anyway, that Arahant makes a short nod with his head and takes his leave.
Yeah.
So, did you get everything talked about that you want to talk about?
I got some things off my chest, yes.
Well, that's lovely. But if you don't mind, I'd like to get out of here. It's this sort of environment
I
isn't
do
very.
not mind.
It's very depressing.
Well,
I do
on
not
that
mind,
topic
no.
of depressing, can I have a shot of whiskey?
Oh yeah, of course. Mull will take out the now almost empty bottle of whiskey, so flush around. There's a few gulps left. Here you go.
Do you want anything left from it, or can I have the rest?
No, you can have the rest. I've got me gold. And you'll like pat the sloshing gold in his back.
All right, I owe you for this one, and I'll gulp down the rest of it.
Now, what are we doing with this one? We still have the rest of this mine to go through.
I don't know. What do you think, Arahant? You don't want to talk to him.
Well, I did told him that after some after my confession, as it were, I did told him that my apologies, that we would go soft on him. So I was thinking maybe we should tie him up again.
I
And
mean, he's still tied up, isn't he? You didn't
I said-
untie him, did you?
no. If he was still tied, then no. Arhant would
Okay.
not have untie him.
Yeah, he was still tied.
Well, he's still tied. Okay. Well, we could deliver him to the proper authorities and let them deal with.
So here's my thought. I'm gonna say this like in a voice that's not loud enough for the guy to hear, but just a group. Since he kind of caused harm, a lot of harm to the city, I was thinking we bring him back up and get to the tavern and bring him to them and tell them what he did, and then it's their call of what to do. Because technically speaking, we're just hired here to help them out. We found the menace, and at this point, like I don't want to have the authority of like executing him or something like that. But I think the people that he did harm to should have a say on his continuation.
I think that's a good idea. Yeah.
We should,
You have my blessing.
we should
on
send
this
it with
one.
the elephant. He didn't seem too keen on helping in our last fight, anyways.
I think the poor lad is a bit out of it. But I do agree. We should let the people decide.
All right then.
Just make
give
sure
me-
that he has no access to his spells. Don't want him doing anything to the townsfolk. while
I
we're
keep
dishing
keep
this
his holy symbol with you, and making sure that he's gagged and bound all times.
All right then. Give me just a moment here. And Klauf's gonna walk back over to him and say, "All right, so we decided what we want to do with you.
Mhm.
Don't worry, you'll have your fair process. But again, not really wanting you to like engage with us. I think you can see where I'm coming from here. So I'm sorry for this, and I'm gonna turn my hand into iron and punch him in the face to knock him out.
Yeah, you knock him back out again. I don't need you to roll.
That's
And
one
yeah,
way of doing it.
And I'll just throw him over my shoulder, throw his limp body over my shoulder, and say, "All right, so back up we go."
But we still got the rest of the cave. There might be more of these beasties
Like
lying
I said,
around.
we'll send the elephant man up with him. He can stay at the inn with them.
At this point, you hear a loud clank, or like a sound of metal falling on stone.
How loud is it?
Pretty loud, like you can hear it. You can hear it, and it's
Oh,
coming
no.
from down the hall.
I think someone just came with the elevator.
All right, let's go. Let's go have a look.
Were we able to get a short rest in while they were having their conversation and interrogations and such?
That's not long. That wasn't long enough for a short rest.
No problem.
But the short rest is an hour. It was like a few minutes, I'm assuming, like maybe 10 or something.
There's a lot of discourse between multiple different people, but yeah, I got you.
Wait, how long was it in real time?
Like
I guess it
20
could.
minutes.
Then I'll assume it was also about 20 minutes in game.
That would be a short rest, wouldn't it?
No, short rest
Not
is a
sure
full
it's
hour.
an hour. But I figured the process of knocking them out, tying them up, getting them bound and gagged, moving them around, talking with them.
Yeah.
Well, that wouldn't take more than half an hour, realistically.
All right. I'll still carry the guy on my shoulder as we head out to investigate.
My good Mo,
Aye.
could I see that holy symbol, please?
I don't know. I'm not the one who has it. I think Clive might be the one who has it.
Then I will ask him.
I'll just extend my hand with the holy symbol towards you.
Oh, thank you.
No problem.
And looking at it, I think if let me check my notes.
It's the same one that you found before, yes.
Yeah.
It's
There
the
was the
one.
one to
Well,
Akishigal.
yeah, it's
not? Yeah.
that weird haunt roach hat thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, you will hear, you will all hear Arahant mutter, Akishigal. And then we're going to investigate the clang of the origin of the clang.
Yeah. Yeah, what you see there, it's basically back in the main hall. You see the basically the weight being on. Yeah, you don't see the cage. You just see the weight being down.
Oh,
And the
So
cage.
it means
Well,
that
the man's
the
still
lift went up.
Yes.
The lift
is
went
is
up then.
is Bruges still on this floor? Or is he no longer with us?
Oh yeah, where would he be? That's a great. I'm assuming he was just silently standing in the background with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's not good.
I mean, we have the option of either splitting the party and looking for everything separately, or I mean, my call would be to go up and first bring this guy away.
By the way, there is actually like another pulley like hanging down here to pull the elevator to be able to pull the elevator back down.
I would have assumed. So, yeah, I was thinking maybe we bring him back up and then go back down to investigate whatever that was, or if you want, one of us could go up and bring him away.
Well, whatever
And
it
then-
was went up. By the way, the weight is going.
Aye. So something we missed. Someone we missed. Took the chaos of the fights and escaped us.
Yeah, because by the time we get up
actually,
there,
quick
we'll still be
question.
behind them.
Quick question: wasn't Mel in the corridor setting up shop, and wouldn't he have seen if something would have come down?
Yeah, I was watching down the hallway and like
Yeah,
looking down that way.
I think I was. Hey, he was behind the doors, but
Well, like I
you
said, I was
couldn't
saying
really
I was
see
setting
the
up
end.
shop.
You couldn't really see the end of the hallway. Like you couldn't see the doors from the main hall, probably because the thing is ever so slightly going down. Words, so you could also from like right outside the doors, you wouldn't have seen like the main hall.
Okay.
And, unless they are using light as a human, well,
That as well, yeah.
the dark alleys are not and dark hallways are not very
Yeah. That
adapted to our eyes.
So
Yeah.
here's what I suggest. I think we should send Bruges up with our guest. Keep an eye on things, while the rest of us have a look around quickly, see what we missed. There might be civilians down here.
Because we don't know what went up the elevator. We'd be sending Bruges to whatever went up the elevator.
Well,
But
then
we
what?
don't know if something went up the elevator or came down the elevator.
Then how about we leave Bruges to stay here and guard it, as well as our prisoner.
We saw the direction of the counterweight, which implies that it went up.
Wait, I mean, I thought we just saw it laying there.
That's what Arhunt was saying. Like by the position of the counterweight, it would have been going up.
Oh, so we should all head up then, real quick.
Yeah.
We still need to check the rest of the cavern out. There might be civilians down here.
I mean, he said that he was the main guy that was doing this.
Well, he could be lying.
Yeah. Well, we also don't have we have limited resources, so I don't think we should split the party.
I don't agree with that either. Sticking together is the smartest idea.
Hmm.
Well,
The more we bicker about it, the more time they have to get away. Let's get up
Right,
the
here's what I
shaft.
suggest:
we-
we leave Bruges here with our captive, while the rest of us quickly scout out the other tunnels.
Then again, the person going up is going to get away or set up an ambush or whatever they're doing.
I mean, here's the thing. If we go up now, we could just have Bruges stand by the elevator that's up, make sure nobody goes up, and then we can just come back down whenever to investigate after we've cleared out everything that's up top.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the more we talk about it, the more likely they're getting away. So
All
what
right,
you
all
guys-
right. Let's do that then.
All right. So I'll quickly try to pull down the elevator as fast as possible.
Yeah. You can if you do it with 2 people, you can get it in about a minute without doing. I guess it's empty, so let's make it like 4 rounds in total.
All right,
Oh.
Mole. I know you're drunk. Hopefully your hands won't slip, but pull.
All right, I'm pulling.
Yeah, and you managed to pull it down quickly.
All right, so who goes up first? Because we can't fit everyone in, remember?
I mean, just most space we can get in there. So probably the dwarf, Arahant, then the monk maybe. I don't know if all 3 could fit.
I don't think I'll fit with all 2 of you inside.
No, send those 2 then. Or the same scouting party we had last time.
Arahant, let's do this. Scouting, we're the scouting party now.
oh well.
As long as you're fine with that.
Yeah, yes, I am. Who knows? Maybe that I will get a vision or a premonition of something terrible if we went up, so that we can anticipate.
I just figured I could watch the hallways if anything else comes.
Right. Cloth is gonna as soon as the cage is down, quickly enter, hold the rope, wait for Arahant to get in, then just be like, hold on tight, and let go of the pulley.
He, with his stuff in one hand, clinging over the bars, and with the other holding the bars, he keeps hanging on.
Yeah, it goes up fast, like really fast. Like
Reminds me, I got by half the time I got shocked by a giant.
It,
I'm a wizard.
it
I'm not a hero. I'm a wizard.
it goes uncomfortably fast. So if you do not intend to slow it down at all, when it suddenly comes to a halt at the top, you can both the people in there can give me an athletics check to hold on to the bars, or they will be basically knock the remaining force will basically knock them against the ceiling, and they will take like 2d4 bludgeoning damage if they
Sorry,
fail.
Arahant, I should have thought this one through better. Actually, no. When I start seeing the light from the top, I'll cast Iron Hand to make my hand turn into Iron and grab a hold of the pulley. So
Okay,
that
I was about to say something about burns from the rope.
yeah, there you go. There you go. That spell is useless.
Well,
Nice one.
at least you.
I'll hit the
see
brakes.
these
Give me a
bars.
sec.
you're seeing sparks ignite.
No.
Arahant will try to keep his footing.
Yeah, you're successfully slowing down the whole thing before it comes to a crashing halt.
And
Alright, so
which
yeah,
check?
as soon as we're up,
Which
what
check
do we
do-
see?
You don't need to do a check anymore because...
Hmm.
Yeah, because you actually slowed it. You're not getting knocked into the ceiling. I can hear myself from somewhere.
Sorry. Yeah, sometimes my Discord acts up.
Yeah. While you're going up, Arahant, you hear the voice in your head again saying, "Look at them running like flies from the devastation that you've caused. Isn't it a great feeling?"
Could you repeat that? Look at them flee. as
Look at them
flies?
running like flies. So that's okay. That actually doesn't make sense. Running away like rats from the devastation that you've caused.
They could be scattering like roaches.
All that.
Yes, it was. It was fortuitous that it happened, and I thank you for that. But still, I still have a bit of an uneasiness on about the whole thing.
I feel like we are victims of the same circumstance or person, and I will explain more to you later.
No, no, Arahant is really puzzled. And
Alpha's gonna like
if he
look
wasn't
over while
convinced that he was losing his mind, he is now.
Clark is gonna like look over while you talk to yourself and be like, who are you talking to?
Um, thinking. When it's a habit I have when I'm nervous and or when I'm thinking about something, I think aloud. My apologies if I caused some disturbance with that. My apologies. My wizard, my mistress, never gave it a thought of it.
So I'll be honest, Clark is really suspicious at this moment.
Clark and Arahant hands the whole symbol back.
Clark puts it in his pocket.
You seem like someone who could be blessed with protective powers. I think it's better in your keep. If it's a symbol of Ashikigal and Akishigal, which is a demon lord of roaches or insects or something like that. More I do not know because we could not find more, but we have happened. It was with Mel and Finranor, someone, a colleague of mine who we went together to wizard school, but we encountered that holy symbol earlier on in the city of Berg.
Gotcha. So I assume we've reached the top right now. By now. What do we see?
Yes.
Or do we see anything at all?
You probably were fast enough to make it past some of the fleeing roaches, but other than that, nothing.
Well, guess there's no point in really like. Can I roll something to like see if I see any marks in the dirt or something like that of someone who is not us?
You can give me a survival check.
That's a 2.
Yeah. You look for footsteps in the dirt, but the floor isn't even made out of dirt, it's stone. There are no footsteps. You're still looking for some footsteps in the stone, but none there.
All right then. Should we?
But basically, immediately your dwarvish mind is like, yeah, that I know that stone. I have worked with that kind of stone before. That's very interesting. And you're like a little
What
bit
kind of stone
distracted.
is it?
Now
you've run yourself into a problem. Never talk to a dwarf about stones.
It's diorite.
Oh, shite.
Quite hard.
Um,
Egyptians used it for their grand monuments and statues.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Diorite.
I would say. I mean, yeah, it's just some generic, very hard rock, so I guess it's diorite.
Okay, then while we're waiting for the others to come up, I'm gonna take my war pick and try mining some.
Yeah, mining stone.
It's very hard. It's a very hard stone.
Yeah, you probably need like an adamantine pick.
I
A lot of
mean,
time.
in the end, stone will probably buckle before your pick, but yeah, it will take a long time.
Yes, indeed. Well, the obelisks that are still standing are made out of diorite or diorite. So, just to show you the testament of its solidity and the hardness of the stone.
It's not that I don't think your pick could do it. It's just be very time consuming. And it's like if you had a harder metal, it'd be easier.
You could
So
all.
can I just want to like chip like a small chunk of it to keep. As like
that's easy. That's easy. That's easy.
In the meantime, while the stone, while basically the weight has crashed, the weight has crashed down, signaling the other people that our hand and Clath have arrived at the top.
Alright, I guess it's time for us then. Now I don't think Bruges, myself, and the captive can all fit together.
I said it was 2 people or 3 while squeezing. Yeah.
Well, considering Bruges and myself are quite large people.
I mean, Bruges can use another like shapeshift. Wild shape, that's how it's called.
Well, if you're happy using that for him, then sure.
Well, either that or Bruce just stays with the priest, because otherwise we're just leaving them there to possibly.
I thought I brought the priest up with me.
Well, you can't fit 3 people without squeezing.
I
mean, he's limb, so I assumed he would like be easy to fit somewhere.
Yeah, but you also like runaway train your way up the elevator with it.
I guess you could have fit the priest up with you. You're probably the lighter 3 people.
Yeah. Okay, good.
It wasn't very comfortable, though.
Not for Arrowhead, it wasn't.
Not for the priest, because they can't even brace themselves. They're just flying up the elevator shaft.
I'm a wizard, not a hero. I'm not from Krypton, whatever this is.
Alright, so, what are we doing then? Who's getting on?
Well, I mean, the only way we can really do it is me and you, and then
I mean, you
Bruce.
could either go in like, yeah, with one of you like separate, or we could just spend a wild shape from Bruges. We're probably going to take a long rest at the end of the session anyway.
Yeah, but we
So
Well, I'll leave it up to you, SD, if you want to spend his watch it for him.
then you would
we
fit.
do still have 3 tunnels that we're going to be checking out when we get. Actually, 4, because there's the midway part of the elevator that we've not
yeah.
checked out either.
Alright, then if Bruce is going to be watch it, then we all of us can fit in.
Yeah. And yet again, you raise up the elevator shaft.
Not as fast as the first one.
Yeah, we're
So
making
you're-
sure we're not going to crash on the ceiling.
So you're actually slowing it down from the start. Okay. Yeah. You're probably actually also just slowing it down with. I guess there are 2 people, but you might still be heavier than the other 3, than the other 2 plus the priest.
Not to be rude, but Mol, how much do you weigh?
Oh, last count, I think around 270.
You're not actually that much heavier than me.
I mean, it's all in the gut, and he slaps his big jiggly belly.
I'm like with my equipment, I weigh 350 pounds almost.
Well, that with his equipment, he weighs an extra 70 pounds, so that would be a total of about 340, something like that.
Okay,
So
I
with
guess your weight
equipment,
is
I'll be
actually
heavier.
pretty
Wow.
similar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You raise your not raise, you move your way up the elevator shaft. You there's as you arrive at the top, there's still like some roaches just basically trying to get out. Just
Just
moving.
squish him with our feet. Let them move through.
Yeah, some of them are even I mean, some on the ceiling and the walls, some are actually carrying small chunks of meat, and you know, everyone who's there can give me a perception check.
All right.
Cool.
Everyone who is aware.
Just at the
Oh,
entrance
shit.
of the mine, so actually everyone.
That's 13.
14 for me.
Oh, and it's without my glasses. Perception.
Yes.
Here we go.
You're pretty.
Well,
Yeah.
may I use my last portent die?
Yes, you may.
That's then an 11 on an 11 plus my proficiency, which is 5. That makes a 16.
Nice. Okay. So our hand actually sees a few of the roaches actually carrying like small gemstones.
That's our treasure.
Oh. I magpies? They're acting like magpies now?
I don't know what's
Aaron,
going on, but
Yes, well, look at those roaches. They're carrying jewels.
oh, they didn't
or
stop him.
jewelry.
That's beer money. That's wine money.
Yeah, I'm just Cloth, as soon as he hears that from Arahant, is gonna like specifically look for those roaches that are carrying that stuff
Okay.
and just squishing them and picking up the gems.
Yeah, everyone
big-
can.
How big are those roaches?
They differ in size. There's like really big ones who are like mostly carrying stuff. There are small ones who are just moving along. And there's also those medium-sized ones with enlarged mandibles that were the type that attacked you.
Ah, yeah, and in the inn with when we
Also
still
the
food
ones
on
that were spilling forth from the ogre corpses were also those
Okay.
types.
Well, Arahant will cast Mage Hand and try to pick off at a distance of 30 feet maximum. Book.
So
The jewels, not the insects. The jewels.
so
That picks up a jewel,
How-
shakes the roach off.
how fast does a mage hand actually move? Or does it have its own dexterity? Or would it use yours?
It says it can move up to 30 feet in like 6 seconds, so yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so everyone who's who's trying to grab jewels, can do so by giving me a dexterity check, and our hand can do so with advantage with its mage hand,
Can I shoot at
and
them
just from
instead?
seeing them better.
Actually, can I use my channel divinity peerless athlete to augment my athleticism for 10 minutes?
Isn't that just specifically for strength
It's for
checks?
strength and acrobatics technically, but I'm hoping that you'll homebrew it.
Okay,
so
yeah,
that
I
it
get-
can work in this
I
situation.
guess this is almost an acrobatics thing. You can do it.
Well, rather than trying to grab them, am I able to shoot at them?
I think that would be harder. And slower, probably.
Thank you for the advantage.
I don't know.
Between-
Being able to reach them off the ceiling seems more.
Between a natural
Not a
one
big
and a
fella.
20.
Ooh, not 20. And don't worry about it being a save, it's the same modifier.
Ah, okay.
I just didn't want to like
No,
roll
it don't matter. I'll
manually.
just do a dex then.
You can always click on the word dexterity in the
So,
on the list.
Yeah, I did that, but it's not. Oh, now it is. The entire time it was just giving me the little thing to change my dexterity modifier.
you always need to click on the text.
Yeah, the actual
Yeah,
word
I
itself.
tried, but even when my mouse hovered over the text, it was the little text marking thing, not the button to select it for some reason.
Okay. You managed to get a total of 14 gemstones.
Between all of us.
Yeah, between all of you. 14 small gemstones taken away from them before basically the stream of roaches ends.
So everyone gets 2 gemstones each, and there's 1 left over for someone else to grab.
We
We gotta
can
see-
put it
see
in
what
the
the
pot.
value
That's
of
not
them.
how 14 works.
It is if mole's counting.
That's like not.
Well, okay, fine. There'll be
There'll be
Uh,
4 left over if everyone gets 2.
Well, just put them in the party loot and we'll assess their values and try to make it even for everybody.
I did
Yeah.
14 divided by 5, and it
Oh.
gave me 2.8. So
Even if we have to trade them in for the gold value to make it even.
So I put it in. If you go to the journal, I updated our party loot.
Okay.
14 gemstones of mixed values.
Um. Um. Yeah, other than that, the code seems clear.
What?
Right
Who the hell came up?
Um,
Don't tell me the roaches used the elevator. I don't believe that for 1 second. I'm not that drunk.
This would be a disturbing thought.
You
How
sure
many
you didn't
roaches
see anyone,
does it take
Calf?
to pull down an elevator?
Well, I mean, they're already commandeering bodies before, so anything else wouldn't surprise me.
Alright. I don't know about you, but I need a bit of a break.
No, we shouldn't let whatever it is continue any more weird experiments down there in case there are any survivors.
I.
Chance the rest was when we had this one pointing over at the priest. We gotta finish our job.
hmm. We're hearing a lot of background German currently.
Sorry, what?
We're hearing a lot of background German.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry, I forgot to mute myself.
Okay.
Yeah, I say we just send Bruges with the priest over to the inn, both to check on them, make sure that whoever came up here didn't mess with them, and and enact what we wanted to do with them while we go back down.
Yeah. Back down. Do you at any point want to make a short rest? Now.
Oh, do we have time for it though? That's the question.
I think our best chance was when we had already spent some time with the guy, because now we'd be starting over from scratch with an hour.
Yeah, but there wasn't enough time for a short rest then.
Well, yes, but we could have just taken an extra 30 minutes and finished it out.
I guess it's up to Jan.
Sorry, I just lost my connection. What did I miss?
People are debating whether to take a short rest or not.
I want to for the mechanical benefits. I just don't know if we should now because we have to start a fresh short rest.
I mean,
Well, do
And we
we
don't know what else is in the.
when the all of us for the moment are upstairs now on the
yes.
entrance of the mine.
Yeah.
Arahant will try to have a look around to try to see if the first impression was that we saw nothing or no one, but he wants to scrutinize a bit more the omgeving.
Like, what I think we could do to kind of like be middle ground in each, we send Bruges with the priest to the people, have them have their court in session, whatever. We all kind of rest about and put one or two people watching the entrance of the mine to see if anything else tries to come out. Get our short rest in, then go back in.
I'd actually like to bring him in myself because I would like to give them the entire story of what happened.
Whatever,
And
it doesn't matter. Like we'll be rotating through the watch while we're doing our short rest.
Jan, did you specify what kind of creature Bruce transformed into?
Not really.
Because I was thinking, out of character, if he transformed into like something small, like a spider, he could crawl up the walls and he could scout out the rest of the cave while being really stealthy. And then if he finds anything, he can let us know.
Why not? So you are up there. First of all of you can do a short rest, but the voice inside Callahan's head wants to really wants to explain things to him.
Oh, what?
I mean, it said that it wants to explain later, didn't it? And now it's time. I mean, you have nothing to do.
We got an hour for the voice in your head to talk to you.
Yeah.
He's
So-
going mental. He's good for. I'm good for the asylum.
Yeah. You. It seems like it almost feels like when how does one call it when like you stand up too quickly or something and you get a little bit like
vertigo.
Yeah, it basically seems like that, and like a very extreme case of it. Like you're out of it, and you're basically immediately kind of falling asleep.
Oh.
And with that, you do have a vision, and a very interesting one, because it's one that actually moves and shows things. So, it first and foremost, it shows the Duke. And it it shows him. I don't know if you still have his description. If you still remember how I described him looking. But
I think not.
a blue-skinned man wearing an ivory crown that's kind of poking
Yes,
through a hood.
yes.
Yes.
Yes, he had a bit of. Finrunner was thinking that he could be a dark elf or something like that.
Yes. He had relatively elvish facial features. So it shows that. Then it in the next, it basically switches scene to a blue-skinned demon with 5 bone spikes coming out of his head. Oh no, it's actually 6 bone spikes coming out of his head in like a kind of crown shape. And it shows him whipping a man and flaying his skin to craft it into a book.
A recognizable book?
A very recognizable book.
Is that the last vision that he gets? Or is there some more?
There's also a short thing with the book he made. He gives the Duke gives it to his daughter, and at that point the daughter is younger, like around, I say, she looks maybe 14 or something. And then it kind of skips a little bit in time, where to a point where she kind of gets a new spell book, and he's giving that spell book away to who actually took it with them. It was from the group that was originally but basically giving it away to your group.
To the 3 who went
To those
before us to the ogre, yes.
Exactly.
And that's the last thing that.
Yeah, that's the last thing.
Okay.
Oh, what happened with
You
you?
alright, mate?
You seem to have. What's wrong?
And you see that he's pale.
Do you want a knee whip of me, God? Make you feel better.
Oh yes, a stiff drink.
All right.
Thank you.
Marl will sort of like awkwardly kneel down beside you and then take out his gourd, uncork it, and when you smell it, it's like very, very potent. It's extremely strong alcohol, and he tips the gourd into your mouth, and actually it burns your nostrils. It burns your throat. It's at least 60 proof.
And
Probably does, because Arhant is not used to drinking.
and the voice in your head goes, look what he did to me. He's using you. He's going to do it to you as well.
Wait.
And the on Mel, your Arahant is gulping some of your 60% proof alcohol, and coughs a bit, and then when you see that he's staring at you, but like at you and through you, and then he regains his senses.
Remember that 60 proof means 30%.
30%.
It's always double.
Yeah.
Half of proof is the percentage.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's strong stuff. However you want to put it.
Yes, indeed. He will tap on the shoulder of Mo and say, "Thank you for the sip, Mo. You're a saint."
I wouldn't go that far, but you're welcome, my friend.
And from there, continuing the long rest.
Short rest, I think so.
Short rest, yes.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Arahant is also going to use his how's the feature called, the wizard thing, Arcane Recovery, for which you, I think, need to look into your book. Am I right?
Yeah, yes, he needs to read his book.
Yes. And
but it will be my normal spell book, the one I use, the one I'm attuned to.
Yeah.
Not the other one.
So, can I have a quick look at your spell list? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, how do I differentiate which of these are wizard and which are cleric spells?
You will see it. The cleric list starts at command. At command, I have put between brackets start cleric list. Almost there under are cleric spells.
Okay.
Because clerics can have them all between brackets and can choose every day to shift them, whilst a wizard is limited by those who are put in his spell.
Yeah. So I'm thinking you go through the book, and your mage armor and your magic missile are missing from the book. And instead it says, you know where to find me. Winky smiley face.
I owe you.
Or you know where to find them. Let's make it you know where to look. That sounds better.
If I was playing a wizard, that would infuriate me.
So those two I will click off. Disturbing. He will take the other book.
Yeah.
Are they in there?
Yes. In your handwriting.
Huh?
They are there in your handwriting, and oh yeah, the little note in the other book was not in your hand. In your original book, it's not in your handwriting. You know where to look.
That is disturbing. Okay. Well, he is studying both books. Do we get his arcane recovery trait?
Yes.
I regain 1 spell slot. Hooray.
Okay, so now we come to the Paladin carrying the priest to the tavern.
Wonderful. So yeah, as soon as I'll just have him over my shoulder, and as soon as I reach the tavern, I'm just gonna knock. I'm just gonna be like, "Guess who?"
Are you going to break the window again?
Are you gonna open the door? Because we kind of took care of your problem.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, and I have a gift for you.
Yeah, they are. You hear the sound of a crowbar being used.
Do you need help?
No, it's fine. Please don't break the door.
Aww.
And
I could have mended it.
and the door is being opened. Behind the there's the man who opened it, and behind him there's like a lot of different commoners basically huddled together. On the floor there's wooden basically 3 wooden boards with nails on in them that were probably just being crowbarred away from the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll carefully step over those and be like, "All right, brought you all a gift," and I'll lay the priest down on the ground. That's the guy that kind of caused most of the mayhem here. Well, I mean, it was a demon, but he summoned it.
So, is it over? Can we go out? Are we safe?
I mean, it seems like it. The cave's clear, at least. I mean, we're gonna go in there and check it out fully in just a few minutes, but yeah, for now, I mean, most of the roaches were just running away.
Yeah. Yeah. Then. Thank you a lot. We'll see how we can repay you. And what you also see throughout that tavern is that basically the corners between the floor and not corners, the at the bottom of all the walls, there's basically cloth being laid out at the bottom of all of the walls, and it looks kind of wet.
I'm gonna look a bit confused and point at the cloths and be like, "What's that for?"
Lamp oil. We security measure, so they wouldn't be able to get us.
You would literally burn yourself.
Yes, but at least they couldn't turn us into one of them. Isn't that better?
Fair point. And then I'm gonna be like, "Hey, but I'll be honest with you. What we saw down there, it was pretty rough. Can you give me a hug?"
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
And as soon as he's in hugging distance, I'm just gonna jump scare him.
Why? Why would you do that?
And be like, you honestly, you did not learn from all of these encounters. I hugged someone down there and I got stabbed in the stomach.
You did. He's just shell shocked.
Sorry about that. Not meant mean. Just trying to teach you a lesson.
Okay.
So from now on, hugs are banned in this town.
And they again thank you and are kind of starting to move out of their houses and or out of the tavern into their houses and promising to scrunch together some money so they can repay you.
I'm gonna ask the person that's in. I assume the barkeeper is still in the tavern.
Yes.
I'm gonna ask him. So, I don't mind. Like, I can give the other payment to the other guys in my group, but do you mind if I? Do you have like a keg of dwarven mead?
Yes, I do.
Can I have it?
Yes.
Thank you.
And he gives you like, one of those, not one of those big like storage kegs, but one of those, I don't know, party kegs. I don't know how to call that size, but the ones you can carry under your arm.
This'll do
Personal
for tonight.
sized.
Be right back.
Yeah. So,
And then with that, I'll tell them. So we'll head back down into the mine, check that everything's clear. I recommend not going there until we're done. But yeah, we'll be back soon. I hope. If we don't die. If we die, don't go in those mines.
So what you get from bush scouting is that down there is still a decently sized pile of meat and yeah, just basically a food pile down there. There's something that looks like a summoning circle down there. And there's a bunch of corpses down there. That's kinda it.
We still need to go down there because those meat piles can become a problem. We gotta do something with those, burn them, something. And then check out the corpses, make sure they're not, breeding any foul things to come.
I think we can do like the whole checking down there just by, I don't need you all to make all the athletics rolls to go down there faster and so on and so forth.
I'm back.
We'll just say you go down there. The corpses, they are also basically empty. So they are there's like still they're basically just skin and bones, and in between it's just hollow. There's a big pile of meat and vegetable and just general food that you can set on fire, but again, fire in a mine with stagnant air.
Yeah.
But
we
it
can
doesn't
pull
seem
it
like
to
there's
a more-
anything in there.
Yeah. Well, I just don't want to leave it to be used at a later date.
And I mean, there's a summoning circle. It's a summoning circle. It's a circle that has been drawn with chalk on the floor.
Yeah, scuff that up.
Pee on it.
Yeah, like have our more arcane inclined study it for a minute to get an idea of what happened there, but otherwise scuff it up.
Actually, before we scuff it up, never mind. We most likely would need sacrifices for that, so let's not.
That's what I'm saying. Like, let the arcane look it over.
Are
Did
we
you want to
all
try to
back
summon
in-
a demon?
Are we
I
all
thought
back in the mine again?
Yeah, we're kind of hand waving it a bit, but yeah, we're in the mine doing some stuff.
Okay. Because I was looking something up about copying spells and things like that. So okay, we're
Did
back in the mines.
Do
I
you
mean,
want
my
to check out
plan-
this summoning circle? Alright.
Excuse me, I am a bit distracted. My apologies. What were you saying, Mel?
There's a summoning circle if you wanted to look it over before we scuff it up so it's not usable.
Oh, I could, yes. He would like to investigate and see what he can make out of it.
It's basically two circles. Like it's basically a double circle, and in between the circles, and like the rim that is created that way, there's script in there. Let me quickly check what languages you do speak.
Quite a lot. Human with linguist feet.
Yeah, that's a lot of languages. And you can't read it.
Oh no. Just between your fingers.
Oh yeah, you can read it. I just didn't see it. Oh yeah, the languages are on there alphabetically. Okay.
2 from my background, 2 from the cleric, 3 from my linguist feat.
I somehow thought they were like in order
and 2
of.
from my race.
I kind of thought they were in order of when you get them and not alphabetically. Okay. Yeah, they are a bit. They are a bit.
I do have the habit to put them alphabetically.
Okay.
I'm a librarian. It's in my nature. I'm getting as a person a bit rattled when I see things that are not in a structure or.
I was just basically going like, yeah, the top 2 are going to be common and elvish anyway. Let's see the bottom. But yeah, it's in abyssal.
Okay.
I guess in this world it wouldn't really be called abyssal because there's not really an abyss, but I have not figured out how to actually call it. So we'll still stay with abyssal.
Okay. And what does it read?
It's what's in there is what looks like a name, and then some like basic magical stuff of to protect the creature that you summon from harming you. But it was very obviously used to summon a demon, and there's a name in abyssal down there.
What has the name of the demon?
Is the name Akishigal or no?
No, it's not Akishigal.
No,
If that random cultist or priester had Akishigal's true name, that would be a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah, that is not something that they would give out lightly.
Okay.
But I would jot down that name because it is useful to have in the future.
Yeah.
And what is that name?
I would describe it as unpronounceable.
Okay.
Because in real life, I'm not in real life proficient in abyssal. I'm very sorry.
I always picture abyssal sounding like the Black Speech from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, you could use that to get some leverage over it in the future.
Well, Arhant will, once he's read it, he will say, it's in a in a dark and foul language of the demons.
Do you actually read it out loud?
Please tell me you do.
No. I do
Just
have a
wanted-
16 intelligence. He's
I
smart
just
enough.
wanted to make sure.
See, but what if you like read it out like okay, you like read it out in your head, but then you like
Yes.
change it into common?
Yeah, well, once he's read it, he will turn to the. He will start rubbing the chalk off with his foot, while saying, it's a circle that is written in the language of the demons and which is probably used to summon one.
Well, then don't read it out then.
No, I prefer not. No.
So what's the demon's name?
I don't think it's wise to say that either. Let's just call him Fuckface. That's all the demons should be called anyway.
You can jot it down if need be. Be nice to call it by its name when we're looking it in the face.
I can write down the words, but it's quite unpronounceable. Even
Oh, good. I don't think
Let's
we want to
call him
pronounce it.
Steven.
Oh yeah, it's Stephen the Demon.
Stephen the Demon.
Is that not a good idea?
I don't know.
I mean, we're going to be on the bad side of it regardless. So, like, we can call it whatever. It's going to be just as antagonistic towards us.
Well, let's say that.
In that case, let's call it Steven.
But yes, Arahant will write down the name, or at least write down the letters that spell the name, and then go further to erase most of the summoning circle.
Yes. So,
Best to leave those things where they belong.
Once you've cleared out the mine, you all get your payment, which is a total of 50 gold pieces, and I'm not sure if you are going to accept it, but they're also basically giving you, let's say, 20 pounds of iron ore.
I'll definitely take that if I'm allowed to.
Yeah.
May I?
Sure.
Or
Hey,
does
hey,
anyone else want the iron ore?
Because
Yes,
this
I
town
got
is
no use for it.
I don't know what I as a wizard could do with it. So here, peace.
Yeah, most I would make parts for my crossbow or bolt, but I already do most of that on my own.
Does anyone know how to add the weight of an object? Oh, never mind. Found it. Was
You
just-
write it on the right.
Yeah, it's just a really small box to click.
Yeah.
If you're feeling really grateful, you could always give us a few drinks for free as well.
Yeah.
While we're on that topic,
I mean,
you
we're
guys
also
wanna have a
letting you
drink in the sesh?
They are also letting you sleep there in the tavern for free, if you want to do so.
I certainly wouldn't say no to a comfortable bed.
So
So we want to add the 50 gold to the party loot, or we want to take 10 gold each?
I think
think
10 gold
it's
each makes
easier.
sense. Yeah.
Okay, I will then send Bruges a personal message saying,
You got 10 gold, kiddo.
you missed today's session and 10 That's not how to write. Write down 10 gold.
You missed the session. Congratulations, you got 10
That's-
gold.
Here's your participation trophy.
As you're part of the loot. Boom.
Oh my god.
Then, I think with the long rest that you will be taking, we are ending the stream.
Don't
You
forget
call-
to let us say goodbye.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Goodbye.
Thank you.
It was a good time.
Ciao, Leute.
Yes, German. Have a good one, everyone.
See you.